Praise be to Jesus Christ. In the previous video, we talked about how the sacrifice of the lamb was carried out in terms of the lamb literally being crucified, just as Christ was crucified on the cross. And in this last video, we're going to wrap up the Passover ritual with exploring how the Passover was celebrated and how it was completed. And so what I mean by that is that the Passover celebration was only complete when the flesh of the sacrificed lamb was consumed. So it wasn't enough to have the lamb just die, but to receive the fruit of that sacrifice, you had to eat of that previously sacrificed and now roasted lamb. So what's even more important to know is that furthermore, this flesh couldn't just be eaten by anyone. Only the Israelites could eat of it. So any Gentiles who wanted to eat the flesh of the sacrificed lamb had to actually be circumcised first and then become a member of Israel. So in a very similar way, the Eucharistic celebration is not deemed complete until the participants, most especially the priest, eats of the flesh of the sacrificial Lamb of God. It's only when the holy flesh of God is consumed that we can complete our participation in the mystery of the Eucharist. Additionally, the Eucharist can't be just eaten by anyone, just like the flesh of the sacrificed lamb can't be eaten by anyone. It can only be eaten by those who have undergone a circumcision of the Spirit, as St. Paul puts it. That is to say, those who have been baptized. So that's why not just anyone can eat of the Eucharist at Holy Kurbana, and that's why the Kurbana isn't over until at least the celebrating priest consumes the flesh of that sacrificed Lamb of God. So before the next time you come to Kurbana, make sure then to prepare yourselves with prayer and confession if needed, so that you can receive the flesh of that Lamb of God and receive the fruit of his sacrifice. So in closing, not just for this video, but for this entire series, remember that the Passover that Jesus celebrated was a fulfillment of all kinds of sacrificial rites of early biblical Judaism, most especially the Passover sacrifice. The rituals that the early Jews celebrated weren't just meals. Please remember that. They were sacrifices. And in the same way, the Kurbana is not just a meal. It's not just a meal of remembrance. It's a sacrificial ritual. That's why the Kurbana, the word Kurbana literally means sacrifice, after all. Stay blessed, everyone, and may God keep you.